What is up, Corradics? Welcome back to the series where I recustomize and review past DLC vehicles that didn't have the best overall quality before late 2020. So as always guys, feel free to let me know down below in the comments what car you want to see me recustomize next. I'll display the most liked vehicle suggestion comment in the next customization video. So in today's video, we're going to be customizing the Lampadati Komoda, which I customized / reviewed back in 2019 when it released. So the Komoda released with the Casino Heist update in December of 2019, and is available from the Legendary Motorstore website for a normal price of $1.7 million and a trade price of just under $1.3 million. This car is in the sports class, and in regards to performance, it is a mid-tier performing car in the class, which isn't too bad for a sports sedan. It has a great top speed of over 123 miles per hour, and it has some pretty decent handling and great customization as well. Now in terms of what the Komoda is based on, it's primarily based on the Alfa Romeo Giulia Quadrifoglio, a great looking Italian sports sedan that was made to compete with other high performance sports sedans like the BMW M3, and I think Alfa Romeo did a great job on the design of this thing, and I'm glad Rockstar made the design so close in GTA 5 Online, easily recognizable as an Alfa Romeo and not a random sports sedan. Anyways, let's go ahead and check out the customization of the Komoda. Alright, Komoda, let's do it. Okay, we got armor, brakes, bumpers. So you got the primary extended splitter, secondary, and then carbon version of that. Then we got the street splitter. Then we got the bolt-on splitter. Oh, and that one adds the canards. And you got the race splitter with a tow hook in the center, the canards. Okay, I definitely like the ones without the bolt-on brackets or the canards, so I'm really feeling the street splitter. I like the cutoff that it has there in the front. The extended splitter I think sticks out a bit too far for my taste. Yeah, okay, so we'll do the carbon street splitter there. Rear bumpers, so you got the stock bumper with fins. Okay, so it has some winglets on the sides and then some fins out back. Carbon version of that. Street bumper, and they're all forced with the fins. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the fins. I wish they would have separated that, so I guess we'll leave that stock. Engine, exhaust. So stock you have the dual, then you got the oval, and here we have the quad setup. We're kind of like stacked, looks awesome. And you got the split oval, these just massive exhaust tips. Then you got the squared, which looks a bit strange to me on this car. So definitely I'm gonna go with the dual rounded exit.
The kind of engine I like to work on.
Hood, you got the secondary and carbon stock. Then you got the street hood, 2 vents there. And then you got the vented hood. We got the vents in a different location. This one would look a bit more similar to the real car, even though the vents in the real one are, you know, quite a bit smaller. Then you got the middle intake, which to me doesn't look right on this car. Then you got the intake vented hood, a bit different there. Then you got the 6 vent hood. So depending on how aggressive you want to go, you know, but I definitely like the primary twin vented hood there. Lights, some xenons, liveries. Okay, so you got the thick white racing stripe, black version of that. And then you got the Lampadati race stripe, so it's like an offset stripe with it's still in the center, but the design of it is it's different. And then adds a side stripe as well with the Lampadati logo. It looks great. The black version of that. And your Lampadati racing livery, all the logos and all that. The Redwood racing livery, Felisa, the Italian flag looks awesome. You got this one, and then a camo one. Okay, I'm gonna skip the livery section for now. For the color combo I'm going with, I don't think the livery would look that good on the build I'm gonna do, but we'll see if we come back to it. Mirrors, you got secondary and carbon. I definitely want the carbon. Mud guards, so you got primary mud flaps, secondary, and then black rubber mud flaps. So if you want to install one of those, you can. Plates, I'm going to keep my luxury plate on there. We'll just do a black background respray. So for this, I want to do a reference to the real Alfa Romeo color called Verde Montreal, if you want to say it like that. So that color, it's a kind of reminds me of like the B&W Isle of Man green, but like a different shade of green, but that's sort of like pearl. And so the closest we can get with that without using, you know, a custom hex is going to be a metallic sea green. And then we'll just throw on here a gasoline green pearl, and then we're going to get that effect, which I think looks fantastic. We could also go with like a bright green or a racing green pearl. But I like the gasoline green. I really like the way it brightens it up there. It's not exact, but this color looks fantastic on this car. Secondary color is going to be any of the secondary color options you choose. I don't see the interior stitching in here changing, so it seems like it's just secondary color options. Crew emblem for this car goes on the doors. Roof, you got secondary. Then you got the carbon, which I love the carbon roof because it gives us a nice separation, a lot less green. Then you got the roof with the vortex generators on there if you want to install that. Then you got a roof scoop if you want to do a roof scoop on your Alpha. Then roof scoop with the vortex generators. So plenty of options there, but definitely going to go with a carbon stock roof. Skirts, you got primary, secondary, carbon. Got the street skirt, secondary, and then carbon. Then you got the racing skirt, which gives us a winglet out back there. Then you got the sports skirts, which has a massive winglet, much more pronounced. Then you got the competition, even more pronounced. This one has winglet out back and out front. And you got the ridge skirt, which that looks terrible from this angle. Yeah, not doing that one. So our front splitter, I mean, it's pretty subtle. I feel like a subtle side skirt, nothing too crazy. I think the carbon street skirt looks good, even though it's a bit thick, but
No rush at all.
I think I'm gonna go with a carbon racing skirt. It has the winglet, but I mean, it is still subtle, right? So I don't like how thick the street skirt is. So we'll do the carbon racing skirt there. Spoilers. So you got the small lip spoiler, which I think looks fantastic, and a carbon version of that. Then you got the short lip. So a bunch of different lip spoilers. Extended. Bolt-on. Wow, bunch of different lip spoilers. And then here we have the actual like normal looking spoilers. Well, should I say the usual GTA spoilers. Okay. I like the first small lip spoiler option. It looks really good on this car. I think in the carbon. So we'll do that. Suspension, I think I definitely want to lower it. I don't know how much. Let's go back to after we change the wheels, I think. But I think street suspension, competition to me, that's way too low. It almost looks like it's slammed. I don't know, just too low for my taste. I feel like street is perfect. Transmission, turbo, wheels. So the stock wheels on this car are the same wheels from the adder we have in game, but the adder wheels are forced in chrome, and no matter what glitch you do, you can't paint them. This car, these are the adder wheels, but in alloy. They're not chrome. So for those of you who do, you know, the glitches and stuff to paint stock wheels, you can in fact paint these stock wheels whatever color you want, black, white, whatever. They do look great, but to me, I don't know. I feel like this is too much of a busy looking wheel for this car. I prefer a nice twin 5-spoke. So we're gonna go to the track category, and I think the Super G's, where are they? Did I pass them? I passed it. A Super Lux, my bad. The Super Lux to me looks phenomenal on this car. I feel like it suits it so well. So we'll do that in black, and I think it looks phenomenal there. Windows, we'll do some light smoke. And yeah, I think the suspension sits good there. Well, yeah, that's way too low. That's perfect. Yeah, awesome. Let's go back to the liveries really quick and see. Yeah, the white stripe livery doesn't look too bad, but I feel there's like too much going on, and even in the black, there's just too much going on. I feel like it looks a lot better without the livery, personally. So, all right, if it's a ground, take it for a drive. Love the way that turned out. This color in the sun always looks great. Oh yeah. Oof. Oof, oof, oof. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Carbon roof gives us some nice contrast. Carbon mirrors. All the carbon options we did. Interior. You can't change the interior color, sadly. It's forced in black. Alright, floor it. It is rear-wheel drive. This sounds great. We got the exhaust note copied over from the X821. And it still has the overrun cracks and pops. So one of the best exhaust notes, well, to me the best exhaust note in the entire game, X821 slash Jugular slash Komoda. Wow. Sounds fantastic. A little, I don't like the way it reacted to that bump we just did. A little floaty over the bumps. It doesn't like the bumps that much. I mean, it is a sedan at the end of the day. Yeah, it's not as stable as I would have hoped over the bumps. Yeah, it doesn't absorb the bumps that well. Interesting. Yeah, so it's not that consistent of a car to drive, that's for sure. Because if you have a car that doesn't absorb bumps that well, it's not consistent, because obviously that's what, you know, you're driving around in a city full of bumps. And it's really, the curb is unsettled it quite a bit too, compared to, you know, other cars in the game. So not the best driving experience. I mean, it handles normal. It doesn't handle broken or anything. I just wish it was a bit more stable. Let's see how it reacts. Look at that. I knew it was going to die there. I had a feeling. I'm like, let's see how it handles that crazy bumpy turn. Yeah, it did not like that. Did not like that. Alright, let's go and open all the doors and stuff here. Still a great sounding car, and it's got a great straight line speed too. It just suffers a bit in bumpy roads. Engine model. This is copied over from like the shafter and all that. OG engine model, so not the best engine model there. You know, pretty terrible. Interior looks good. That's a center console going all the way to the back in between the rear seats. Interesting. Okay. The trunk. That center console's so weird. Like, it looks normal here, and the way it goes all the way to the back there is just strange. That's weird looking. Okay. I mean, it's still a pricey car. So 1.7 million normal price, and then just under 1.3 for the trade price. I think this car. What am I doing? I think this car is a little overpriced for what it is, you know? It's a little, I forgot where the manage vehicles, no, vehicle preferences, there we go. A brain fart moment. This car, I feel like it's a little overpriced for what it is, considering how it drives. Like, visually, customization wise, sound wise, and straight line speed wise, I think it's very good, but the handling is definitely lackluster. It's a bit of a mess the way it handles bumps and stuff. So this is one of those cars that you have to be very, very careful with your steering and throttle inputs and your speed as well entering a corner, because this car unsells itself very, very easily. So definitely something to keep in mind. I think if you can get the trade price and get it on sale, I think it's a good value. But to me, this car is not worth over 1.2 mil max, me personally. So the trade price is pretty close to that, but I definitely do not think it's worth the regular, you know, non-trade price of 1.7 plus upgrades. You know, that's $2 million. I don't think this car is worth $2 million personally. So yeah, definitely let me know what you guys think down below in the comments as always. And let me know what vehicle you want to see me recustomize from late 2020 and older that I haven't recustomized again yet. Thanks again for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.